Well, it is almost showtime for Broadway's biggest night. The Tony nominations were announced yesterday, and you would have thought we had won.
We were screaming.
Because we've befriended so many of these people.
So we're not joking. So many of them come through Studio 2B before they hop on down the street.
That's right.
And it is the honor of a lifetime, truly.
Right.
Among the highlights, a musical and a play tied for the most noms, getting 13 apiece. So here with the Broadway Inside Scoop, as per usual, is executive editor of Broadway News, our friend Ruthie Fierberg. You were looking the part.
Thank you.
This is the Super Bowl for Broadway.
It 100%. Is absolutely the Super Bowl for Broadway. You know, it was Passover yesterday, which is a holiday. I said it was a double holiday for me.
Were you sitting on your hands saying, oh my gosh, I can't wait to celebrate, I can't wait to do all the things?
Honestly, it was such a, as everybody's been talking about, a crowded season.
Yep.
It's the same number of total productions that we usually have, but more musicals than usual. And really the quality is just bonkers.
It really is.
Season.
But speaking of musicals, only 5 made the cut for Best Musical, when up to 7 could have been nominated. What does this mean?
So it's complicated. So normally there are 4 slots, but if you have more than 9 eligible productions, there's automatically a 5th slot allotted. So we had 15 musicals, that's more than 9, so we have 5 slots. If there's a tie in that last slot, or a 3-way tie in that last slot, you could have 6 or 7 nominees. And people were kind of expecting that given how competitive the season was. Wow. So we ended up with 5, which is, you know, what we're guaranteed to have with this many. Hell's Kitchen, Illinois, which announced really late in the season, was a late transfer from Park Avenue Armory, is more of a dance theater musical. The Outsiders, which is phenomenal.
I gotta see that one.
You know, an original musical based on history, Water for Elephants. So we've got a really fantastic mix in there.
Let's talk about one of those, Hell's Kitchen. One of the ones nominated for 13. They were leading the field for musicals. We have both seen it. I know you've seen it twice at the Public and on The Great Right Way. It is incredible.
Does it deserve to win all 13?
I think it totally could.
Yes.
I mean, well, it can't. It would need to have a tie to win all 13 of its nominations, because Keisha Lewis and Shoshana Bean are nominated in the same category.
That's right.
But it could win 12. It could certainly win Best Musical. You know, it's kind of got everything you want in a Broadway musical. It's got, you know, a lot of flash, but also a lot of substance. The 4 performances that were nominated, Keisha and Shoshana, as well as Malia Joy Moon, who plays Allie, our protagonist, and Brandon Victor Dixon, a Broadway favorite. All 4 of them are, I mean, you've never heard Alicia Keys' music sung like this.
No, you haven't.
I
cried the whole way through and had the worst headache leaving from crying.
You must be having a
But not from the
party.
sound, because the sound design is impeccable.
Because I was bawling so hard my head hurt. On the play side.
On the play side.
Stereophonic, the most Tony Award-nominated play
of
ever.
all time.
Period, full stop.
Yes.
What's the hype about?
The hype is that this is, as the producers will tell you, the next great American play. It is the great American play. It is about everything and one thing. You know, the plot around it is that it's a group of 5 musicians who are in a band. They've already recorded their first album. It's had mild success, and so they get money to make a second album. And the entire play takes place in the studio. And you see them, you know, in the booth, recording, the discussions that happen there. You see the things that happen when they're not recording, all hours of the night. And as they start to record, their first album gains huge success, and their budget increases, and what happens when fame happens, and what happens when you are trying to make the art that you would sacrifice yourself for. So it is, for anyone who devotes themselves to any kind of art, this is a play for you. But it's also about relationships. It's about, there's an entire section about what people deserve. Is that such a thing? I mean,
Very
it really
meta for
is.
it also to be on
that's
Broadway.
It's deep, and it's funny, and it's, you know, it includes the music of Will Butler from Arcade Fire. He wrote original music, so it's the music of this fictional band.
Wow.
5 of the performances were nominated. You could have nominated every single person.
Smokes. All right, let's move on. Women directors.
Women directors having a moment. So we were excited at Broadway News about this.
3 were nominated in plays and 4 were nominated in musicals.
Exactly. And only once before have 3 women been 3 nominations been women. Susan Stroman was actually nominated for 2 different shows in the category of director of a musical previously. So it was 2 women, but 3 nominations. That's the only time it had ever happened.
Wow.
And now this year, we broke that record. We have 4 women nominated for directing musicals, and we have 3 women nominated for directing plays.
But there's one visibly absent one.
One visibly absent director?
Yeah.
From that category who we had on this, did we not?
She's got 2 shows under her belt.
Shirley. Right?
Shelley Williams.
Shelley Williams.
Shelley
yeah.
Williams, it's true. Shelley Williams directed The Wiz revival this season, and she was co-director of The Notebook. So, I mean, both shows are fantastic. Shelley is so talented,
She
but
is.
you know, in a season
Just like
we
the
have this much
Oscars,
going
there's
on.
always going to be the snubs.
That's absolutely
okay, it's show
true.
business,
That's
baby.
right.
I mean,
That's
we
true.
love
It's
you,
not show
Shelley.
friends. Choreography.
Yes.
Choreography, dance is giving this season on Broadway.
I love it. It's what Broadway's all
It's
about.
incredible. Justin Peck is the resident choreographer of New York City Ballet, so he's got his Illinois nominated for choreography. He won in 2018 for Carousel.
Wow.
Camille A. Brown is
Who
the
was on
nominee
our
for
show.
Hell's
Yes,
Kitchen.
Queen.
This is her 3rd nomination. Annie B. Parson with Here Lies Love, which isn't open anymore, so it really speaks to the fact that she got
Wow.
nominated. The Cooperman brothers, Rick and Jeff Cooperman, this is their Broadway debut, but The Outsiders, it is like a more masculine, more physical West Side Story that they've got going on.
Sign me up.
And then Jesse Robb and Shayna Carroll in their first nomination for Water for Elephants because of all of the circus,
Yeah. Yes.
all of the movement. I mean, people are swinging, people are flying. There's, you know, regular dance movement, right? It's still Broadway, so regular. I don't know what
There's
that
some plata berets, there's some sasha.
Exactly, but it is phenomenal to watch visually. All
my
of them
God.
really,
Love it.
really deserving.
And Ruthie has wrapped up her Broadway season as of Saturday. She has seen every single show.
Every single one.
And that is why she is the pro and sitting here on this couch today looking fabulous. Ruthie, thank you once again.